What's up guys, welcome to the Dr. Niki show. Cue the intro, Oliver. Let's start this video with the shoutout rules. If you want to be shouted out in one of the next episodes, make sure you comment down below something that you've learned from this video or something that you've absolutely hated about it. Like my dog, right now, he's barking, he's ruining the sound, but it won't let me stop the recording. Because after this video I gotta record 2 more videos, and you know what? Oliver will be away for 8 days, and that's why next week or the week that you're watching this video in, we only have 4 videos instead of 7 every single day, but we'll be back on track from next week. So if you want to know if you're the shout out winner of this video, and I'll shout out multiple people per video right now because we're getting so many comments, stick until the end. But this is not the only reason why you should, because I'll be fully transparent in this series that I'm doing it right now. It's episode number 6, and no one really is doing that and being transparent. So if you appreciate it, give me a like. This is all I'm asking. If we can get this video to 10 likes, this is just 10 likes. If you like this video, that's 10% of the people. Tell another friend, that's 20% of the likes. I'll like my own video for self-gratification, for instant gratification, so that's like 30%. And then we gotta find 7 other people, which I know we will. So I normally sit here on this laptop, but then the audio is really off, so I'll do it on my iPad. With iOS 13, you have a Safari that's fully functional, and I'll show you it's the same for any computer. The way I schedule content is free. I don't use Akai, I don't use Later, I don't use Buffer. I use the Creator Studio. So I'll show you everything, I'll show you how I publish, I'll show you everything I do. First of all, this account, I started growing with a little bit of follow, and then I was very busy, so I started doing the story viewer, which got me 10, 20, and as you can see here, I've had some minus days on 18th of October until the 21st, then 23 followers and so on. So these were the days when Instagram went against all the story viewers, but they were actually patched a few days later with the option to change the password every 15,000 stories, and that way you wouldn't get the account compromised. But I actually stopped using story viewer, not just for me, but for all my clients right now. I'm testing it on some accounts just to see what goes, but I'm not really suggesting you guys use it right now. I actually think follow is better right now, but you should do it only by hand. If you want to know, learn more, the next video or the video after it, depending on when you're watching the current video, is talking about how you can do follow right now without getting action blocks. By the way, follow now seems to be even better than it was before if you're doing it by hand, because before automation was just you could do the same actions per day with automation, but now via the API, even though Jarvis has an embedded browser, but it's still getting caught for some reason by Instagram. I know some people are using it because I'm in the Jarvis groups, right? I'm checking what's going on, but it's not something that I would recommend you to do. I'm personally growing the pages, my page by hand, and I have someone from my sales team. If you check my Instagram, down a few photos down, like from May or June, I had some photos of my sales team for my other companies. They're helping me out with the follow. I actually use this phone when I'm doing follow for some clients. And I also have one more. This is actually loaded up. It's a picture of me and my wife. It has a SIM card not connected to the Wi-Fi, just to do follow. And I also load up 4 accounts here, but I don't have enough clients to use it here because I also have one more phone in an employee. And this is a smaller phone, easier. I just buy a SIM card, insert it, 4 per phone. By the way, I'm using 4. Even there's a guy who comments on my channel, he's really good at Instagram, bro. He has a great amount of accounts and he's managing a few million followers. He's called Equals Cash. He comments down below, definitely check him out. And he suggested that he's doing 4. Also Matty is doing 4. And I would rather trust them than the random people on Facebook groups and Instagram groups. There's so many scammers there, you have no idea. Plus, I'm not interested in automation right now because I already have a company set up with labor that I can use towards clients. I can't really use it that much for entrepreneur, for example, because this takes some time for my employees. The good thing is that they're doing other stuff, so this is very cheap for me, but I think you can get people to do it for you by hand or Fiverr. I would actually suggest you use an iPhone if you're doing that, but as I said, I'll talk more about it on another video. You should use an iPhone because the thing is, right now, people that are not using the API are using emulators to bot follow. So the emulators are normally actually Android phones. So to actually show Instagram that you're legitimate, this is just my theory, and I would rather stay on the safe side for clients because they're paying me money, so it's worth it for me to do. I don't know how your situation is, but if you're managing more than one account per phone, I would personally do that, but it's up to you obviously, because I always want to stay on the safe side. If my clients get an action block or account compromise, they'll freak out, so I can't really afford that. But if you're managing some of your clients or your accounts, then you should be good. So as you can see, I have a story viewing right now on my Instagram account, and it's not really working. I wouldn't suggest you do it. So soon enough on this page, I'll start posting a little bit more, and if this video gets 10 likes, I'll show you how I do follow and follow by hand on this page, what pages I'm targeting, and I'll show you how I schedule my content. I've had a video about it, and you've probably seen it if you're here right now, but as you can see on my Safari screen, I have a bunch of accounts here, and I just have something like a question, even though it's better to ask a question in the comments, because when it's in the actual caption, it can get you limited reach, because Instagram understanding you're doing a trick to get comments, to get engagement, and so on. Who is the shoutout winner for this episode? It is, there's two people. First, it's John Corrales. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, by the way. Well said, I use a very similar method in researching videos and coming up with content. I can vouch that what Dr. Niki is saying actually does work. It's about TubeBuddy and searching for keywords, determining. If you want to check it out, it's in the cards above. He say, thanks buddy, do you use Vidacchio or TubeBuddy? He says, currently only using TubeBuddy. Would you recommend having both? Yeah, and also because you get the plugin where it always says your views per 48 hours, whatever you set it up to. Next comment is from Ethan. He says, good video, I absolutely love the amount of hard work that you put towards your channel. Thumbs up. Thanks Ethan, I actually need to spend a lot more work. I found a lot of mistakes that will be fixed 4 or 5 videos from now, so they should be fixed now. If you guys still think I have these mistakes, which were basically around audio video quality, please let me know in the comment section down below. It's super motivating when you guys tell me that you're actually watching my channel, because I mean, I spend a lot of time to make these videos, but when I know someone spent 10 minutes or 5 minutes watching my videos out of your precious time, it really means a lot to me, because a video a day keeps the doctor away. Wait, there is more. Watch one of these videos. The first one is actually graciously presented by the YouTube algorithm, which knows everything that you're doing when no one is alone. Second one is actually a video that I chose for you, that I think you personally will like. Let's see if that's true.